Hi there, welcome to the channel. My name is Rick and I'm your official Puerto Rico travel guide. From the common to the uncommon, I help people discover Puerto Rico's most amazing natural, historic, and cultural attraction. And today, I'll show you the top 30 foods you must eat when visiting Puerto Rico and precisely where to get it. Our first stop for authentic Puerto Rican food is called Aguacate, known by visitors as the Pork Highway. Aguacate is an area located in the mountainous municipality of Calle, where you'll find numerous lechoneras, or restaurants specialized in preparing pork and other foods in traditional Puerto Rican cooking style. Here, we stopped by one of the most popular lechoneras in Aguacate called El Rancho Original. At El Rancho Original, we ordered what is likely one of the most traditional Christmas dishes in Puerto Rico. In this dish, we first have Arroz con Gandules, an aromatic rice cooked with pigeon peas along with various seasonings such as sofrito, oregano, peppers, cilantro, and more. We add to this dish Aguacate's specialty in what it is mainly known for, Lechón Asado. Lechón Asado is a pork that is seasoned with various herbs and spices and slow roasted over an open flame until the skin is crispy and the meat is tender and flavorful. This crispy and crunchy pork skin called Cuerito occupies a standalone spot on this list because many people won't consider this traditional Christmas dish complete without it. On top of this, we have what is probably the most traditional Puerto Rican Christmas food on this dish, a pastel. Pasteles are made by smashing green bananas into a dough-like consistency, which is then mixed with seasonings, filled with meat such as pork, and then wrapped in a green banana leaf before boiling or steaming it to be served. And lastly in this dish, we have morcillas. Morcillas are a type of blood sausage made from rice, onions, garlic, a variety of spices, and of course, pig's blood. Traditionally, this mixture is then stuffed into a pork intestine to create the sausage, but in actuality, you'll likely find them made with alternative types of sausage casings. The morcilla is then boiled and often grilled or fried before serving. To accompany this traditional Puerto Rican dish, I decided to drink a glass of Malta India. Malta is a carbonated drink similar to beer, made from carbonated barley, hops, and water. However, dissimilar to beer, Malta does not contain alcohol because it is not fermented. But it does share other characteristics with beer, such as its dark color and a sweet, rich, and slightly bitter taste. And last but not least, we finish off this delicious meal with a traditional Puerto Rican dessert called Tembleque. Tembleque is a coconut milk pudding with a creamy, smooth texture and a delicate coconut flavor. The name Tembleque comes from the Spanish word temblar, which means to tremble, reflecting the dessert's wobbly, gelatin-like consistency. To continue our culinary adventure, we must go to one of the most frequented areas by visitors in all of Puerto Rico, Old San Juan. Old San Juan is best known for its rich history, cultural architecture, blue cobblestone streets, and some of the most important monuments in all of Puerto Rico, such as El Morro. However, Old San Juan is also full of restaurants, food joints, and other kiosks where you can find many traditional Puerto Rican foods. And to find the food that occupies the number 8 spot on this list, we must take a calm stroll down the Paseo de la Princesa. The Paseo de la Princesa is a Pinterest walkway where you'll typically find artisans selling their art during the weekends, bands performing live music, and kiosks selling traditional food, including the number 8 on this list, the delicious Dulces Típicos. Dulces Típicos are a variety of traditional sweets and desserts that often combine traditional ingredients like coconut, guava, and spices. Some of the dulces típicos that you'll find in the Pastel de la Princesa include turrón de ajonjolí, dulce, cremita, and besitos de coco, pilones, gofio, guava paste, dulce de leche, and many, many more. Now, to get to the food that occupies the number 9 spot on this list, you'll have to walk all the way to the end of the Paseo de la Princesa, stroll through the breathtaking walkway beside the San Juan Bay, pass through the impressive Puerta de San Juan, and walk up near the Rogativa sculpture. Near here, you'll see a beautiful tree with purple flowers in front of a charming building where you'll ring a bell to order a limber. A limber is a delicious frozen treat similar to a popsicle or ice pop. It's typically made by blending fruit juices and flavored syrup with water and sugar and then freezing it in a small plastic cup. Limbers come in a variety of flavors such as coconut, passion fruit, guava, strawberry, and many more. But if you're a fan of ice cream, then you'll definitely want to try the typical Helados de Carritos. These Helados de Carritos are sorbet-like frozen treats typically sold by street vendors with carts rolling around the streets of festivals and other popular areas like beaches. The traditional flavors for these helados are coconut, passion fruit, and pineapple. But you might also find other flavors like strawberry and rainbow. Next up, we have another typical Puerto Rican frozen treat that you can find in Old San Juan. For this, you have to walk all the way to the Calle de Cristo and head over to Pira Rum. Pira Rum specializes in cocktails made in the form of piraguas, a typical Puerto Rican shaved ice treat. Piraguas are made by shaving a block of ice using a special tool, packing it into a cup or cone, and then using a bar tool to give it its distinctive pyramid shape. At Pira Rum, you'll be able to find many delicious cocktails turned into piraguas, such as mojitos, piña coladas, and passion fruit cocktails. Around Old San Juan, you'll find many colorful piragüeros that use traditional methods, tools, and ingredients to make piraguas. However, I highly recommend passing by Pira Rum for a contemporary and distinctive approach to a traditional Puerto Rican food. And once you're there, you might also want to try their delicious mojitos. Mojitos, although originally from Cuba, is a popular cocktail in Puerto Rico because of its sweet and refreshing ingredients such as lime, Puerto Rican rum, soda water, and mint. At Pira Rum, you could try my personal favorite, a delicious coconut mojito, or you could try a traditional mojito in the form of a piragua. Our next stop for more traditional Puerto Rican foods is La Alcapurria Quema, located in the popular hangout spot in Puerto Rico called La Placita de Santurce. Here, we were excited to try some of their tender Bistec Encebollado. Bistec Encebollado is a cube steak marinated in vinegar, sofrito, and other ingredients before being cooked in a pan with sauteed onion. We accompanied the Bistec Encebollado with a side of Majado de Vianda, a traditional Puerto Rican food with Taino origins made by smashing root vegetables commonly known as viandas. We also ordered a delicious carne guisada. Carne guisada is a beef stew made with marinated beef, tomatoes, broth, and additional seasonings, along with vegetables such as carrots and tomatoes. We served the carne guisada with some delicious tostones. Tostones are green plantains that are cut into slices, fried until softened, flattened, and fried again until they are crispy and achieved a golden color. And to top it all off, we added the locally grown avocados, which tend to be much larger and softer than avocados grown elsewhere. If you're looking for a sure place to get some delicious and flavorful Puerto Rican dishes like these, you cannot miss the opportunity to stop by La Alcapurria Quema. After eating this delicious meal at La Alcapurria Quema, you decided to stay in La Placita to hang out and enjoy the local nightlife. But when it's time to head back home, you'll want to satisfy those late night munchies by eating a tripleta. Tripletas are a popular Puerto Rican street food sandwich that derives its name from the 3 different types of meats it is prepared with, including ham, grilled steak, and roasted pork. Tripletas are commonly sold by street vendors and food trucks all around the island and can sometimes include cheese, lettuce, tomato, potato sticks, ketchup, and mayonnaise. Next up, we have the most popular holiday drink in Puerto Rico, the Coquito. Coquito is a traditional Puerto Rican Christmas drink that is often referred to as the Puerto Rican eggnog due to its creamy texture and seasonal popularity. Coquito is made from coconut milk and cream, condensed and evaporated milk, a variety of spices, and typically spiked with rum. You'll be able to find Coquito in a variety of flavors being sold by street vendors at local artisan fairs and events during Christmas time. But if you're visiting Puerto Rico outside of the holiday season and still want to taste Coquito, you'll be able to find it at local supermarkets in the liquor section. Now, before jumping into the next foods you must eat in Puerto Rico, please take a moment to smash that like button if you're enjoying this video and found it helpful. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more videos that'll help you explore the common and uncommon parts of Puerto Rico, and follow me on Instagram at Rick's Travel Guides for some behind the scenes of my Puerto Rico travel guides. Finally, if you'd like to support my work, you can make a small one-time or monthly donation on Buy Me a Coffee by clicking the link in the description below. These donations, as small as $5, allow me to continue making free content to help people explore Puerto Rico. Now, going back to the foods you must eat in Puerto Rico. For our next group of foods you must eat in Puerto Rico, we're driving all the way to the east side of the island to visit the Kioscos de Luquillo. The Kioscos de Luquillo is a popular area that consists of a variety of food kiosks located right next to the beach that sell many of the traditional Puerto Rican foods you'll see included in this video, and even more. Here, we stopped by the famous kiosk called La Roca Taína to get some delicious traditional Puerto Rican fritters, starting with Relleno de Papa. Rellenos de Papa are deep-fried mashed potato balls with a crunchy exterior and soft interior that is usually stuffed with ground beef. Here, we also tried their delicious Piononos. Piononos are sweet plantain cups made by frying long sliced ripe plantains, shaping them into a cup, filling them with beaten eggs and savory ground beef, and finally baking them until they're crispy and golden on the outside. And rounding off the fried fritters we tried at the Kioscos de Luquillos, we have Sorullitos. Sorullitos are fried cornmeal sticks, oftentimes served as appetizers or snacks that are made with simple ingredients such as cornmeal, cheese, butter, sugar, and salt. These sorullitos are commonly served with a side of Mayoketchup, a popular and creamy condiment used in various dishes in Puerto Rico, made by mixing mayonnaise, ketchup, and sometimes garlic powder or other spices. And what better way to eat all these fried fritters with a refreshing Coco Rico. Coco Rico is a coconut-flavored carbonated drink invented in 1930 in Puerto Rico. Nowadays, the concentrate for Coco Rico is still made in the municipality of Naguabo, but this sweet and refreshing soda can be found all around the island. Now, if you don't feel like loading up on carbs during your visit to the Kioscos de Luquillo, you could try the delicious Pinchos. Pinchos are marinated and grilled chicken or pork skewers, normally sold by street vendors near the beach. Pinchos are doused with a sauce of your liking, such as barbecue, and normally topped with a slice of toasted locally styled bread with a garlic spread. And talking about locally styled bread, next up we go all the way to the municipality of Bayamon to eat at Lemmy's Bakery for the food that they're most popular for, pan sobao. Pan sobao, which roughly translates to rubbed bread, is a traditional style of Puerto Rican bread, unique because of its pillowy soft, chewy texture and slightly sweet flavor. Pan sobao is typically used to make sandwiches such as tripletas, sliced to make toast, or simply served as a side to dip into our traditional soups. Another type of traditional bread that can be found at Lemmy's Bakery is pan de Mallorca. Mallorca is a soft, fluffy, and slightly sweet bread that is generously sprinkled with powdered sugar. Mallorcas are often enjoyed for breakfast, either by themselves or used to make sweet and salty sandwiches. Now, we couldn't visit a traditional Puerto Rican bakery without trying some of their desserts, starting with Tres Leches. Tres Leches is a sponge cake soaked in a mixture of condensed, evaporated, and whole milk, giving it a moist, creamy, and almost pudding-like texture. Tres Leches is also usually topped with a layer of whipped cream, cinnamon, and garnished with a sherry. The next dessert we tried at Lemmy's Bakery is called Flan. Flan is a creamy caramel custard made from eggs, sugar, vanilla extract, and condensed, evaporated, and whole milk. Flan is normally vanilla flavored, but you'll also find flan in cheese, guava, and coconut flavors, served in bakeries and at restaurants as desserts. Here, we also tried a rich and creamy traditional Puerto Rican dessert called Arroz con Dulce. Arroz con Dulce is made by cooking rice in coconut milk, adding sugar, raisins, and aromatic spices like cinnamon and cloves. Arroz con Dulce is typically served during Christmas time, but you'll also be able to find it at many local panaderias year-round. And finally, the last dessert we tried at Lemmy's Bakery is called Besitos de Coco. Besitos de Coco, which translates to coconut kisses, is a bite-sized treat made from shredded coconut, sugar, and other flavorings. Besitos de Coco are sweet and coconutty and have a chewy texture with a slightly crispy exterior. Now, for the last group of foods on this video, we're heading to a special municipality in Puerto Rico called Jayuya. Jayuya is located in the mountainous central region of Puerto Rico, where temperatures tend to be much cooler than the rest of the island, and is characterized by its deep connection to the indigenous people of Puerto Rico called the Taínos. Now, on my ultimate travel guide to Jayuya, which you can see by clicking the card above, we visited the restaurant called La Casona, where we tried their asopao. Asopao is a delicious traditional Puerto Rican stew that is the perfect comfort food for the cooler weather in Jayuya. Asopao is made with chicken, rice, sofrito, broth, carrots, potatoes, and seasoning. Another great restaurant that you should try when visiting Jayuya is Agusao. Agusao is a beautiful restaurant with outdoor seating right next to the main river that runs through Jayuya. Here, we tried several foods including barriguitas de vieja. Barriguitas de vieja, which translates to old ladies' bellies, or mashed pumpkin round fritters that are crunchy on the outside with a sweet, spicy, and fluffy interior. And last but not least, we visited La Destilería in Jayuya for the final food you must try in Puerto Rico, rum. La Destilería Craft Spirits is an award-winning distillery recognized as the first craft distillery on the island. Here, we were able to tour their facilities, learn how this liquor is made by fermenting and distilling molasses and sugarcane juices, and finally, we tried their complete and varied portfolio of award-winning, high-quality spirits, including their 106 strong rum, which is used to make old fashions in many famous bars around Puerto Rico, such as the world-famous La Factoria in Old San Juan. And that's it. But before finishing this video, I just want to mention that I have another video on this channel of the top 10 foods you must eat in Puerto Rico, which you can see by clicking the card above or by clicking the link in the description below. So, if you don't see your favorite Puerto Rican food on this list, it is likely because it is already included in that video. And if after seeing both videos, you still don't see your favorite traditional Puerto Rican food, drop them down in a comment below so that I can include them in a future food video. With that being said, thank you guys so much for sticking around till the end of the video. I hope you found it helpful. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Instagram at Brick's Travel Guides for some behind the scenes of my videos. And remember, if you'd like to support my work, you can make a small one-time or monthly donation on Buy Me a Coffee by clicking the link in the description below. Lastly, if you like this video, there's a good chance you might also like these two videos on my channel. So make sure to check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching and see ya in the next one.